Protests erupt in Los Angeles after 44 arrested in immigration raids. Smoke bombs hurled. Video protests erupted across Los Angeles, California, after federal immigration authorities arrested at least 44 people in the city, prompting law enforcement to hurl smoke bombs and flashbangs to disperse the crowd that voiced their opposition on the streets against the detentions. According to Yasmeen Pitts O'Keefe, a spokesperson for Homeland Security Investigations, Immigration, and Customs Enforcement. ICE officers and agents executed search warrants at 3 locations. Approximately 44 people were administratively arrested, and 1 arrest for obstruction. The investigation remains ongoing. Updates will follow as appropriate, O'Keefe said. However, immigrant advocacy groups claimed there were arrests in 7 locations, including 2 Home Depots, a warehouse in the Fashion District and a donut shop. U.S. Attorney's Office spokesperson Siren McAvoy confirmed that agents served a search warrant at a business suspected of using fictitious documents to employ workers illegally. This operation is part of the Trump administration's nationwide push to arrest undocumented workers and enforce immigration laws. Dozens of protesters gathered outside a federal detention center in Los Angeles, where they believed those arrested had been taken, chanting, "Set them free, let them stay." Other protesters held signs that said "ICE out of LA." While others led chants and shouted from megaphones. And the crowd continued to move throughout the night, prompting LAPD officers to issue a dispersal order as unlawful assembly was declared, according to CBS News. Police said demonstrators threw large pieces of concrete at officers. There were reports that protesters and other activists protesting against the detentions had attempted to enter the detention center and even attacked FBI agents. In response, officers used tear gas canisters and smoke bombs to disperse the crowd. Breaking protesters have surrounded the federal detention center in Los Angeles. California isn't backing down, this is a full-blown standoff with the feds. Pic.twitter.com 4495B5N7 Brian Allen analysis June 7, 2025 Breaking protesters and other activists are now rioting and attempting to break into the detention center holding over 40 illegal immigrants with tear gas being fired. Los Angeles, California. At this time, Los Angeles police in riot gear and are firing tear gas. And pic.twitter.com YWFWY2DSRAWSALERTS Ross alerts June 7, 2025 Officers wearing helmets and holding batons then forced the protesters away from the building by forming a line and walking slowly down the street. Aerial footage showed officers throwing smoke bombs or flashbangs on the street to disperse the people so they could drive away in SUVs, vans, and military-style vehicles. Soon enough, hundreds of protesters faced off against ICE agents to protest the detentions. Traffic in the area was also impacted as both police and demonstrators crowded the streets. Anti-ICE protesters in Los Angeles are seen throwing objects at federal agents and trying to block their vehicles from leaving after ICE conducted several raids. Why isn't everyone getting arrested? Pic.twitter.com Cowdashks by Kevin Dalton. The Kevin Dalton June 6, 2025 Nan Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass criticized the immigration raids and arrests. As mayor of a proud city of immigrants, who contribute to our city in so many ways, I am deeply angered by what has taken place. These tactics sow terror in our communities and disrupt basic principles of safety in our city, she said in a statement on Friday. Democratic Senator Alex Padilla of California also condemned the operations in a statement, saying that the ICE raids across Los Angeles today are a continuation of a disturbing pattern of extreme and cruel immigration enforcement operations across the country. The Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights, or CHRLA, a nonprofit immigrant rights advocacy group, estimated that at least 45 people had been taken into custody. Our community is under attack and is being terrorized. These are workers, these are fathers, these are mothers, and this has to stop. Immigration enforcement that is terrorizing our families throughout this country and picking up our people that we love must stop now, said Angelica Salas, executive director of CHRLA. Swipe left for next video. Trump's aggressive campaign to arrest undocumented immigrants and carry out mass deportations has stirred significant controversy, with critics accusing ICE agents of using overly forceful tactics. Protests had erupted recently following immigration enforcement actions at a restaurant in San Diego and in Minneapolis. With AP Input's latest blogs.